All right, time is 7 o'clock, so let us start on time. A very good evening to everyone. On behalf of MTC Global family, I extend a hearty welcome to all of you for our today's workshop on designing effective research questionnaire. And we have with us Dr. Monika ma'am as a resource person for 2 days. The same link will be used today and tomorrow also. It's a great honor to briefly introduce ma'am. It's a very long profile. I'll just mention few lines out of that. Dr. Monika ma'am, presently working as a professor and program head aviation in Chitkara University, has a Ph.D. and UGC-NET in management with 16 years of academic and 4 years of corporate experience. Ma'am has published many papers in reputed journals, and ma'am has also undertaken many sponsored projects. Ma'am is a consultant and she offers various teaching assignments, FDP, workshop services as a resource person for SPSS, artificial intelligence tools and techniques, cluster analysis, research, synopsis writing, process of applying for a copyright research methodology, NEP 2020, Bloom's taxonomy, so on and so forth. So the list goes on, and I'll take the liberty to briefly introduce ma'am. Ma'am is already there with us, and ma'am has taken number of workshops under the banner of MTC Global, and all the workshops in the past were highly appreciated. And once again, I thank all the participants for joining this 2 days workshop, and I'm sure that you'll be benefited, okay, with the intention you joined the workshop. Thank you, ma'am. I request ma'am to kindly please take over the session. Thank you so
Good
much.
evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. I'm really thankful to you for giving such an elaborated introduction. So let us start with today's session, that is designing effective questionnaires for research, ensuring sensitivity, reliability, and validity. So we will continue tomorrow also. So let us give me a brief overview of what we are going to discuss today. So let us have a glance at the table of contents. So the first topic that we will take up is the introduction to questionnaire design, wherein we will discuss uh, the importance of in data collection, that is the overview of questionnaire use in research and types of questionnaires, then objectives of a good questionnaire and workshop goals. Then we will confine our discussion on principles of questionnaire design, covering understanding the research problem, question types, constructing effective questions, and question order and flow. This will be followed by a discussion on ensuring reliability in questionnaires. That is, what is reliability? Techniques to enhance reliability, and using Cronbach's alpha for internal consistency. Then ensuring validity in questionnaires, that is, what is validity, content validity, construct validity, and criterion validity. Then sensitivity in questionnaires, that is defining sensitivity, ensuring sensitivity, and handling sensitive topics. Then pilot testing and refining the questionnaires, that is importance of pilot testing, how to conduct a pilot test, and cognitive interviewing. Then we will focus on ethical considerations in questionnaire design, that is informed consent and anonymity and confidentiality, followed by handling sensitive data. So let us start today's session, and we will discuss with introduction to questionnaire design. So as we all know that in research, questionnaires play a vital role in gathering structured quantifiable data. They are especially useful for measuring behaviors, attitudes, and perceptions in the fields such as consumer behavior. Today, we will focus on two types of questionnaires. I hope you all have seen the two types that I am discussing. That is the self-administered, where participants fill out forms independently, offering privacy and minimal bias, and interviewer administered. That is the second type, which allows researchers to clarify responses but may introduce interviewer bias. So the primary goal of a well-designed questionnaire are to ensure data sensitivity, reliability, and validity. Reliable data is consistent, valid data measures what we intend, and sensitivity ensures respondents are comfortable answering the questions. Please note, I'll repeat. The primary goal of a well-designed questionnaire are to ensure data sensitivity, reliability, and validity. Reliable data is consistent. Valid data measures what we intend to measure, and sensitivity ensures respondents are comfortable answering the questions. Balancing these elements reduces respondent burden, keeping them engaged and yielding better responses. So, to understand, let us go through this caselet. A study on consumer brand loyalty used a self-administered questionnaire to capture honest responses on brand satisfaction. By ensuring anonymity, the study reduced social desirability bias, yielding reliable data on loyalty factors. So the question arises, why might a self-administered questionnaire reduce bias? Yes, please, anyone? Please be participative. Why might a self-administered questionnaire reduce bias? Just think over and speak whatever comes to your mind. Anyone? So basically, anonymity minimizes social desirability bias. I request respondents to participate actively. What are the primary objectives of a questionnaire? What are the primary objectives of a questionnaire? To gather reliable, valid, and unbiased data. Now let us review what we have discussed so far. Which questionnaire type reduces social desirability bias? Interviewer administered or self-administered? We have just discussed this in the case. Yes, please. I hope I am audible to everyone. Yes, Saumita, very right. It is self-administered. Am I audible to everyone? Please tell me. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Audible.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Second, a key objective of a questionnaire design is increasing survey complexity or reducing respondent burden. Key objective. I hope this is very, very clear. Yes, Samita ma'am is responding. Others should also respond. Right, ma'am? It is reducing respondent burden. Now, I'll give you an activity. Please draft a self-administered question on brand perception using Google Forms. I hope all of you know how to create a Google form. Or do I need to tell how to create a Google form? Draft a self-administered question on brand perception using Google Forms. Yes, please. Should I tell you the steps? So, first, define brand perception objective. So, you can start by identifying the specific aspect of brand perception to be measured. In this case, the focus is on customer perception of brand quality. That is, whether customers view the brand positively in terms of quality. After this, you can formulate a clear question. So you can write a straightforward question that captures the essence of brand perception without ambiguity. For example, the question could be, how would you rate the quality of our brand compared to others you use? Next step, choose a response scale. So you can select a scale that allows respondents to indicate their perception accurately. So a 5-point Likert scale suitable here could be varying from much lower quality to same quality to much higher quality. It is up to you how precisely you want to measure. Usually we prefer 5-point scale. We keep the options in odd. Then you can set up in the Google Forms. If you want me to share the screen and tell you how to create a Google form, please let me know. I'll stop the slides and open the Google form and will tell you how to create it. If you know, I can just repeat the steps. You can open Google Forms and click on Create a new form. Then you can click on the question field and type the question. Then you can choose multiple choice or linear scale as the question type. Then you can enter the answer choices to match the 5-point scale provided above. Then you can set the question as required to ensure all respondents provide the answer. For example, you can type the question, how would you rate the quality of our brand compared to others you use? And this is the scale you can use. So this self-administered question and response format provides a straightforward assessment of brand perception, capturing the respondent's comparative view of brand quality. Using Google Forms allows respondents to answer anonymously and honestly, making it easier to collect unbiased data. Should we move on to second part? Okay. The second part focuses on principles of questionnaire design. So understanding the research problem is foundational to designing effective questionnaires. We can start by defining research objectives, what you aim to measure and why. Next, identify your key variables. For example, dependent variables are the main outcomes, such as consumer satisfaction, whereas independent variables could include factors like age or income, and control variables are constants like product type. In consumer behavior, understanding how these variables interact helps construct questions that accurately capture relationships. For example, if studying brand loyalty, questions should align with factors like satisfaction, quality, and perceived value, directly connecting to the research objectives. Now, to further explore the topic, we can have a caselet. A study on customer satisfaction identified income and purchase frequency as independent variables affecting satisfaction. Questions aligned closely with these factors, producing insights into the impact of income on loyalty. So the discussion questions could be, why is variable identification critical in questionnaire design? Why is variable identification critical in questionnaire design? Anyone? Soumita ma'am or anyone else? Sonia ma'am, Kapil sir, and all other participants. Please participate actively, respond. So basically, it guides the structure and focus of questions. How can research objectives influence? How can research objectives influence question content? Yes, please. Question content. They ensure each question is relevant to the research goals. Let us review. Dependent variables are factors that remain constant or outcomes being measured. Whether these are factors that are constant or these are the outcomes which are measurable. Okay, ma'am.
Outcomes being measured.
Okay, thank you so much, Sonia ma'am and Soumita ma'am. It is B, outcomes being measured. So I request all of you to have pen and paper with you so that you can perform the activity side by side and can actually participate, which is the motive of the workshop. Every topic comprises of activity. Research objectives help to determine question relevance or increase sample size. Research objective.
Determine question relevance.
Very right. Thank you, Kiran ma'am also joined in responding. It is determine question relevance. Very right. Now let us perform second activity of the day. The more you discuss, the more you perform, the more you will learn side by side. Otherwise, you have to spend extra time in going through what we are discussing again and again. Identify dependent and independent variables for a brand loyalty survey. So I hope all of us know DV and IV. So what you have to do? First step, I'll first explain the steps in the assignment or the activity. Then according to steps, you need to provide the solution and then we can discuss it. So first step is to define the research objectives. That is, establish the goal such as identifying factors affecting brand loyalty. You can take any other example as per your choice, but the objective is the concept must be clear and you are able to identify DV and IV independently. So identify DV, dependent variables. The DV in this case is brand loyalty, the primary outcome that this survey aims to measure. Now what to do? Third step, identify potential independent variables. We have identified DV. Now DV rests on IVs. So independent variables could include product quality, that is how customers perceive the product's quality. Customer satisfaction, that is level of satisfaction with previous purchases. Then customer service, that is quality and accessibility of customer support. Then price perception, yes, as Soumita ma'am just mentioned, Price perception. How customers view the product's price relative to quality. Very right, ma'am. Then brand image. Customers' overall impression of the brand. So now example in this question, this is what I was expecting from you, that you are able to identify DVs and IVs. So the DV in this case is brand loyalty, and IVs, as I have just explained, product quality, customer satisfaction, customer service, price perception, and brand image. So by identifying the DVs and IVs, researchers can structure questions around how each IV affects the DV. For instance, questions about customer satisfaction might indicate whether it significantly influences brand loyalty. Now, question types. So choosing question types is essential for effective questionnaire design. Closed-ended questions offer structured responses, ideal for quantitative data analysis, while open-ended questions allow respondents to share detailed insights. Each type serves a unique purpose in consumer behavior. Scales enhance measurement accuracy. The Likert scale gauges agreement intensity. The semantic differential scale contrasts attitudes from unfavorable to favorable. This is an example. And the Gutman scale measures hierarchical agreement. For example, a Likert scale question like, I am loyal to this brand, on a scale of 1, strongly disagree, to 5, strongly agree, offers clear data on loyalty intensity. Now a caselet. A study on brand perception used a Likert scale to quantify consumer attitudes towards quality, allowing researchers to identify key drivers of brand loyalty. So the first question is, why are closed-ended questions valuable in quantitative studies? Why are closed-ended questions valuable in quantitative studies? Yes, please. Hurry up. Now you have understood the pattern of the presentation, the flow of the workshop. Please participate because you can measure it in terms of numbers. Okay, thank you, Somita ma'am. Others? Kiran
Ma'am,
ma'am, to collect accurate data. Somita ma'am, you can build graphs and charts. Yes. Anyone was saying anything? Please repeat. Sonia ma'am, you want to say anything?
yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
please.
ma'am. Through using close-ended question, we can gather large amount of data and then we can analyze it easily.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am. I really appreciate they provide structured data for analysis. Okay. How do scales enhance questionnaire precision? How do scales enhance questionnaire precision? Yes, please. They quantify attitudes and responses accurately. Likert scales measure hierarchical agreement or agreement intensity.
Agreement intensity.
Okay, Sonia ma'am says. Okay, Kiran ma'am. Okay, others? Kapil sir, thank you so much for participating. Okay, yes, Somita ma'am, very right. It is agreement intensity. So I tried to kept it simplest possible so that everyone can participate and you are able to have strong foundation. Open-ended questions are best for quantitative data or in-depth qualitative insights.
In-depth qualitative insights.
Okay, Sonia ma'am, Kiran ma'am, others? Please make the session interesting by participating. Purpose of workshop is to participate. Okay, Somita ma'am, Anju ma'am, thank you. Okay, so all of us agree on the same point, that is in-depth qualitative insights. Now, yes ma'am, you can get deeper context. Very right, Samita ma'am. So now activity time. This is the third activity. I wish everyone could participate. So please design a Likert scale question on consumer satisfaction. Design a Likert scale question on consumer satisfaction. For this, you can select the attribute to measure. It means choose a specific aspect of consumer satisfaction, such as overall product satisfaction. Based on your study, you can take up. Then, second step, create the statement, that is, write a clear statement related to the attribute, like, I am satisfied with the quality of this product. Third, choose the scale. Decide on a 5-point Likert scale, varying from strongly disagree with coding 1 to strongly agree, that is coding 5, because we have to ultimately quantify it. Now, the example statement with this scale will be, I am satisfied with the quality of this product. This is what I was expecting from you. And scale from 1 to 5 as above. So, this Likert scale question allows you to express the degree of the satisfaction, providing quantitative data that can be analyzed to assess overall consumer satisfaction. You can give any other example from your side if you like, maybe based on your research. Now, third part, that is third part of second topic, constructing effective questions, clarity and simplicity. Clear, simple, unbiased questions improve response quality. Ambiguity and complexity can confuse respondents, affecting data reliability. Clear wording is vital. Avoid jargon and complex phrases. Simplicity means using concise language and focusing on one idea per question. In consumer behavior, leading questions can skew responses. For example, rather than asking, don't you agree that our product is excellent? Please see the question carefully or listen to it carefully. Don't you agree that our product is excellent? A neutral phrasing like, can anyone reframe it? We can reframe it as, how would you like to rate our product? Or how would you rate our product? So this will encourage unbiased responses. Avoid double-barreled questions that ask two things simultaneously. How? For example, the question, how satisfied are you with our service and price? So each element should be measured separately. So these are very minute things that we need to take care of while designing effective questionnaires for the purpose of research. So a consumer perception survey improved clarity by simplifying language, leading to higher completion rates and more reliable data on product preferences. The question could be, why is clear wording essential in questionnaires? Why is clear wording essential in questionnaires?
To avoid confusion, to make it simple so that the respondents will give the answer to us.
Thank you, Geeta ma'am. Anyone else? Ma'am is very right. It prevents misunderstandings and ensures accurate responses. Yes, Kapil sir, right. It improves the quality of response. Very right. So this is what I expect from you to participate. Either you respond by unmuting yourself or you can type your answer in the chat, because this gives me confidence that you are understanding. Okay, Samita ma'am, to ensure the respondents can understand the questions, and what else? Samita ma'am, what else you have mentioned? Yeah, to ensure the respondents can understand the questions and would be able to respond accurately. Right. Right. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Now, the second question is, what issues arise with double-barreled questions? What issues arise with double-barreled questions?
And the answers become unreliable because unbarreled question are like basically two questions put together. So the
Right.
answers can lead to misinterpretation of the data.
Very right. Very right. So they make it unclear which aspect the respondent is addressing. Like in the previous example, I have mentioned two parameters, but the respondent's response is for which parameter? That is confusing. That is not clear. Right. So you see, questionnaire designing is a skill. We need to have thorough knowledge. We need to analyze it from various perspectives. Because based on the questions, we will get the answers. Ultimately, our analysis, interpretations, then recommendations, discussions, everything will get affected. So leading questions are encouraging unbiased answers or influence responses. What is the role of leading questions? Yes, everyone knows.
Influence responses.
Okay, influence responses. Right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now activity time again, right? So many activities we are doing, but I'm not sure who is doing in actual. Rewrite a biased question to be neutral and clear. Every activity I gave after discussion. You can have cues from the discussion, the introduction of the topic, then from the caselet, then from the MCQs. So rewrite a biased question to be neutral and clear. What you need to do? First, identify the biased question. For instance, a biased question might read, don't you agree that our product is best on the market? Are we asking, or we are compelling to the respondent to respond in a particular manner? Remove leading language. Rewrite the question to remove the bias and lead. Use neutral phrasing that doesn't imply an expected answer. I hope this example clarifies the meaning of biased or leading. So the rephrase question could be, how would you rate our product compared to others in the market? Right? So this is the difference. See step 1, don't you agree? And how would you rate? Clear? Now, this is the example of solution for biased and neutral form of the same question. So the revised question eliminates any leading language, allowing respondents to provide a more honest evaluation of the product. Now, constructing effective questions. We are focusing our discussion on language and tone considerations. Language and tone are crucial in questionnaire design. To ensure clarity and inclusivity, questions must be crafted in language appropriate for respondents' literacy and cultural context. For instance, in a consumer behavior survey targeting general consumers, avoid technical jargon and complex terminology. Neutral tone prevents bias. Phrasing questions without emotionally charged or suggestive words is essential to avoid influencing responses. Cultural sensitivity is also the key, ensuring that the language respects diverse backgrounds and avoids culturally specific references that might confuse or alienate some respondents. Or a question like, how does our product enhance your life? Should instead be neutral, such as, how would you rate the usefulness of our product? Please note. Now, a study examining global brand perceptions revised its questionnaire for cultural appropriateness using neutral, clear language across multiple languages to ensure comparability in responses. So, why is neutral language important in a questionnaire? Why is neutral language important in a questionnaire? To avoid bias. Okay. Anything else? One more point. Anyone?
Ma'am, improve validity.
Okay. Improves validity. Right. Anything else? So basically, it prevents leading responses and biases. How can cultural insensitivity affect questionnaire responses? How can cultural insensitivity affect questionnaire responses? Yes, please. It can alienate respondents and reduce data reliability. Neutral tone helps to influence responses positively or reduce response bias. Okay, Somita ma'am. Others? Everyone should try. Yes, please. Okay,
B,
Kiran
ma'am.
ma'am. Others? So both of you are right. It reduces response bias. Right, Anju ma'am? Culturally insensitive questions increase response accuracy or may confuse or offend respondents. Culturally insensitive. A or B? Okay, Kiran ma'am. Others? Be fast. Yes, you are right. May confuse or offend respondents. Now, activity time. Okay, ma'am. Rewrite a question to improve its cultural sensitivity and neutrality. So, what could be the steps? Identify culturally insensitive wording. Original question, How often do you celebrate Christmas with family gatherings? Adjust to generalize for all cultures. Avoid assumptions about specific cultural practices. Reframe the question to apply to all participants. So the rephrase question could be, how often do you participate in family gatherings for special occasions? Clear? So I have mentioned both cultural specific or cultural sensitive. So the revised question respects cultural diversity, allowing people of different backgrounds to answer without cultural bias. So these minor things add to the quality. Then question order and flow. The order and flow of questions are as crucial as the questions themselves. Logical sequencing helps respondents navigate through the questionnaire naturally, preventing confusion or survey fatigue. Start with broader questions to build comfort, then funnel down to more specific ones, a structure known as the funnel structure. For example, in a consumer survey, start with a question like, how often do you buy skincare products? And then follow with specific product related questions. Transition statements provide context, helping guide respondents between different question sections. Balancing between general and specific questions keep respondents engaged without overwhelming them, enhancing response quality. A brand loyalty study structured questions in a logical sequence, starting from broad consumer habits to specific brand related questions. This flow improved response rates by minimizing confusion and encouraging survey completion. How does a logical flow benefit questionnaire responses? Yes. How does a logical flow benefit questionnaire responses? Anyone? It makes the survey easier to navigate, improving response rates. Right, ma'am? Why is it important to start with general questions? Why is it important to start with general questions? General questions build comfort before more specific inquiries. A funnel structure starts with specific questions or general questions. Funnel structure. Okay, Somita ma'am, Kiran ma'am, others. Yes, you are right. General questions. Transition statements help maintain questionnaire flow or reduce question count. Yes, please. Transition statements. Okay, Somita ma'am, Kiran ma'am, Anju ma'am, others. It is a maintain questionnaire flow. Right. Now activity time again. Arrange a set of questions into a logical sequence. So for this, first identify general questions. Start with general questions about product usage. For example, how often do you purchase skincare products? Now move to specific questions. Follow with detailed questions about satisfaction, product quality, and brand trust. For example, the sequence could be, How often do you purchase skincare products? How satisfied are you with the results of this product? How likely are you to recommend this brand to others? So, this funnel approach starts with broader questions to ease respondents into the survey, moving towards specific and reflective questions for richer data. Now, the next topic, ensuring reliability in questionnaires. So, reliability, as all of us know, is a measure of consistency in a questionnaire. Retest reliability checks if the questionnaire produces similar results over time, suitable for stable traits like brand loyalty. Internal consistency examines if related questions measure the same construct, commonly assessed using Cronbach's alpha. Inter-rater reliability is relevant when responses are assessed by multiple raters, ensuring consistency among them. Techniques for enhancing reliability include using uniform question phrasing and standardized response formats, both of which help reduce variability in responses. For example, a consumer survey on brand trust should maintain similar language across all questions about trust factors to ensure consistent interpretation. A study on consumer loyalty validated internal consistency with Cronbach's alpha, achieving high reliability using consistent wording and response formats across loyalty-related questions. Why is internal consistency important in multi-item scales? Yes. Why is internal consistency important in multi-item scales? It ensures that all items measure the same construct. I'll repeat. It ensures that all items measure the same construct. How can standardized response formats improve reliability? How can standardized response formats improve reliability? It reduces response variability, enhancing data consistency. Internal consistency is measured with test-retest method or Cronbach's alpha. Internal consistency. Yes, please. It is right, Somita ma'am. Others? It is B, Cronbach's alpha. Right, ma'am. Anju ma'am. Reliability ensures consistent results over time or variable responses. Reliability, consistency or variability? Okay, Kapil sir. Right, sir. Anju ma'am, right? So it is consistent results over time. Now, activity time again. Calculate Cronbach's alpha for sample data on SPSS. I hope all of you know how to use SPSS. Otherwise, I can help you out. So I have given you sample data table. You can open SPSS and you can use this data. So for sample, I have taken 5 respondents and we have 3 questions: satisfaction, trust, and recommendations measured on 5-point scale. So for SPSS, first enter the data in SPSS, then go to Analyze tab, click Scale, and click Reliability Analysis. Select Q1, Q2, and Q3 as items. Set model to alpha and click OK. So a high Cronbach's alpha, typically more than or equal to zero 0.7, suggests internal consistency, meaning these items consistently measure aspects of consumer satisfaction, right? So you should know how to make use of tools, how to punch data, and then how to interpret. Now using Cronbach's alpha for internal consistency. Cronbach's alpha is widely used to measure internal consistency, confirming that items in a scale are all related to the same construct. A Cronbach's alpha of 0.7 or higher is generally acceptable, indicating reliable inter-item consistency. Calculating Cronbach's alpha in software like SPSS involves generating an alpha coefficient for each item and reviewing item total correlations. High values indicate that each question aligns well with the overall scale. In consumer behavior studies, Cronbach's alpha helps verify that questions about satisfaction, trust, and loyalty consistently capture overall consumer sentiment. A brand perception survey achieved a Cronbach's alpha of 0.85, confirming the consistency of items measuring consumer trust. This high score ensured that the study reliably captured the brand trust dimension. What does a high Cronbach's alpha indicate? What does a high Cronbach's alpha indicate? If you participate more, you can have discussion with your fellows and you may get insights. Yes, question 1. So, okay, it's reliable. Okay. Others? It indicates strong alignment among related items. It suggests there is higher internal consistency. Okay. Second, why is internal consistency crucial in questionnaire? Why is internal consistency crucial in questionnaires? Yes, please. It suggests, okay, it ensures items measure the same construct consistently, right? A Cronbach's alpha of 0.85 suggests poor consistency or good consistency. 0.85. Okay, Kapil sir. Geeta ma'am. Anju ma'am. Soumita ma'am. Yeah, it is good consistency. Very right. Internal consistency helps in measuring unrelated items or ensuring reliable responses across items. Yes, please. Okay, Geeta ma'am. Soumita ma'am. Ensuring reliable responses across items. Right. Now activity time again. Compute Cronbach's alpha using sample data in SPSS. So open SPSS. I have given the sample data. 5 respondents, 3 questions on quality, satisfaction, and loyalty, response is measured on 5-point Likert scale. Now, steps to be used in SPSS: input data in SPSS, then navigate to analyze, click scale, click reliability analysis. Add Q1, Q2, and Q3 to the items list, select alpha under model, and click OK. So this activity reinforces calculating internal consistency across survey items, helping ensure reliable data on consumer behavior. Now, ensuring validity in questionnaires. Validity ensures that a questionnaire accurately measures what it is intended to measure. For instance, in consumer behavior, validity might determine if a loyalty survey truly assesses loyalty factors such as satisfaction and trust. Content validity involves comprehensive coverage of the relevant topics, often reviewed by experts. Construct validity checks if questions align with the theoretical concepts. Analyzing if brand trust truly reflects underlying dimension of quality, satisfaction, etc. Criterion validity compares results with external standards or benchmarks, helping confirm the accuracy of the questionnaire in real-world settings. High validity confirms that the data collected is both reliable and meaningful for research. A study on customer satisfaction tested for construct validity by ensuring questions aligned with established theories of satisfaction. By validating with a theoretical model, researchers ensured accurate measurements across all satisfaction dimensions. So, how does criterion validity support questionnaire accuracy? How does criterion validity support questionnaire accuracy? Yes, please. It ensures data aligns with established benchmarks. Okay. Basically, validity means questionnaire designed by you is effective enough or accurate enough to measure what it is intended to measure. Suppose you have drafted the questionnaire and at the end you realize I am not able to get the information I was looking for. So we need to determine the accuracy of measuring for what it is designed. For example, in CB, validity might determine if a loyalty survey truly assesses loyalty factors. So for loyalty, the factors like satisfaction and trust are important. So we have discussed 3 types of validity here. Content validity, that is covering the subject matter. It involves comprehensive coverage of the relevant topics. Like we are discussing, validity means questionnaire accurately measures what it intends to measure. So what a questionnaire intends to measure? We discuss it in 3 forms. One, from the viewpoint of content, from the viewpoint of construct, and from the viewpoint of criteria. So as far as content is concerned, we need to understand or identify that comprehensive coverage of relevant topics is there. And this is not our viewpoint. It must be validated by the experts of the field. Suppose you have drafted the questionnaire and you have got it checked from the experts in your field, and they should also agree that it comprehensively covers the relevant topics. Second, construct validity. It checks if the questions align with the theoretical concepts. Okay. We know we always have a model. We always have a base model. So we need to check that our questions align with what we have studied theoretically. So in this example, we need to analyze if brand trust truly reflects underlying dimensions of quality satisfaction. Suppose our questionnaire on brand trust has no mention of quality or satisfaction. Then should we trust? Should we say that the questionnaire is valid? No. It may be covering all the topics, that is content validity is okay. But if it is not aligning with the theoretical concepts, then it may fail on the next level, that is construct validity. So first is covering the entire concepts, important from the viewpoint of content validity. Second, aligning with the theoretical concepts studied so far, construct validity. Third is criteria, that is compares results with external standards or benchmarks, helping confirm to the accuracy of the questionnaire in the real world settings. So what are the standards in a particular domain? Is it coming up to the, it is accurate up to the with the benchmarks or the external standards, so that we can understand that the questionnaire is accurate enough along with the real world situations. So higher the validity, it indicates higher is the reliability and meaningfulness of the data collected for the purpose of conducting the research. Is it clear now, Kapil sir?
Yes, ma'am, clear. एक question और है, ma'am.
हाँ जी
Is
बताइए.
there any is there any criteria of checking it like Cronbach alpha
Yes sir.
0.70 like?
Yes, we always refer to standard books like here et al. And we should always mention, if we are saying that the Cronbach alpha must be greater than 0.7, then from where did you get this information? You should always support it with the relevant citation. So we recommend you refer to the book of here et al. Right? So we need to go for standard books, right? And if even on Google Scholar, you can follow up here and you will get relevant information time to time. I hope you have studied this book of Hare et al. Basically, the person is Joseph F. Hare, H-A-I-R, Jr., and his co-authors, right? And they had a book on multivariate data analysis. And they have given extensive discussion on PLSM also. So you can refer to the books of Hare, H-A-I-R, Hare et al. Right? So we were discussing a study on customer satisfaction tested for construct validity by ensuring questions aligned with established theories of satisfaction. By validating with a theoretical model, researchers ensured accurate measurements across all satisfaction dimensions. So, how does criterion validity support questionnaire accuracy? What is criterion validity? That whatever benchmarks are established in a particular domain in which we are conducting research, our data must align with it. Right? Second, why is construct validity essential in research? Construct validity essential in. It confirms that questions measure intended theoretical concepts. Right. Questions measure intended theoretical concepts. So please always remember, first we come across which validity? Understand in a sequence. Content, coverage of subject matter. Construct, aligning with theoretical concepts. Criterion, comparison with standards. Established standards. Right? So content validity ensures comprehensive topic coverage or consistent results over time. Content. Yes? Okay, Kapil sir, Anju ma'am, Geeta ma'am. Comprehensive topic coverage. Construct validity aligns with statistical standards or theoretical concepts. Right, right. Theoretical concepts. Right. Now activity time. Identify constructs for a consumer satisfaction questionnaire. So first, define the constructs. In our example, these could be satisfaction, product quality, or brand loyalty. Examples of constructs and associated questions. For satisfaction, how satisfied are you with the product's performance? Product quality, how would you rate the durability of the product? Brand loyalty, how likely are you to purchase from this brand again? So each construct helps to measure different aspects of consumer satisfaction, offering a multi-dimensional viewpoint. Content validity. Let us discuss in detail now. Content validity guarantees a questionnaire covers all relevant aspects of the concept. For example, a consumer loyalty survey must address satisfaction, brand quality, and trustworthiness. Involving experts is crucial sometimes. They provide insights into whether the questions fully capture all necessary elements or not. So a checklist for the topic coverage helps ensure no area is missed. I hope, Kapil sir, now you are getting more clarity. Yes? Okay. After gathering expert feedback, adjust questions as needed to improve comprehensiveness. For example, if experts suggest adding a section on brand ethics for a brand loyalty survey, integrate this aspect to cover consumer perceptions of corporate responsibility and comprehensively. Right? Now let us see. A study assessing brand loyalty involved field experts to validate content. Their feedback led to adding new questions on brand ethics, which increased the comprehensiveness of the survey. How does expert review enhance content validity? What experts ensure? They ensure that, yes, please, all relevant data is covered or all relevant areas are covered. What is the benefit of a checklist in questionnaire design in terms of content validity? Benefit of a checklist. Why it is suggested to have a checklist? A checklist ensures, yes, please tell me.
I think, ma'am, it's just whether we have covered all the construct or not.
Okay, a checklist ensures systematic topic coverage. Content is related with, it is related with topic coverage systematically. Nothing should be left. Nothing relevant should be missed out. Otherwise, it will affect data collection, then analysis, then interpretations, then recommendations. Next, content validity is assessed by statistical analysis only or reviewing topic coverage with experts. Yes. Content validity, A or B? Very right. Reviewing topic coverage with experts. Expert feedback improves data collection speed or content comprehensiveness. Okay, others? Right, right. So I hope you are clear on types of validity. Okay. Activity time. Create a checklist of topics for a customer loyalty survey. Can anyone tell me? What should be covered in a customer loyalty survey? Let us see. It should cover brand trust, product quality, customer satisfaction, purchase frequency, or likelihood of recommendation. So these topics are central to understanding the factors influencing customer loyalty, covering both attitudinal and behavioral dimensions, right? So we need to take care of both the dimensions, attitude as well as behavior, right? Both matter. Now construct validity. What it is? Theory alignment and factor analysis. So construct validity ensures that questionnaire items accurately measure theoretical constructs. For example, if assessing customer loyalty, each item should reflect loyalty related theories like trust, satisfaction, and product reliability. Factor analysis is a common method to test construct validity as it groups items based on correlations, confirming they measure the same construct. Theoretical grounding supports construct validity by aligning questions with established theories. For instance, satisfaction should be measured in alignment with frameworks of customer satisfaction. High construct validity indicates that questionnaire items measure intended theoretical dimensions consistently. Let us see the application. A study on customer satisfaction conducted factor analysis, grouping items into themes like service quality and product reliability. This confirmed that questions accurately reflected theoretical constructs of satisfaction. So why is construct validity necessary in a theoretical questionnaire? Why is construct validity necessary in a theoretical questionnaire? It ensures items accurately measure theoretical constructs. How does factor analysis support construct validity? How does factor analysis support construct validity? It verifies that items correlate with specific dimensions. Factor analysis is used for validating theoretical constructs, increasing response rates. Okay. Validating theoretical constructs. Right. Construct validity aligns items with random concepts or theoretical frameworks. Right, right. Activity time. Perform a basic factor analysis using sample data. So this is the sample data given. respondents, and 4 questions related to quality, trust, loyalty, and satisfaction measured on 5-point Likert scale. So the steps for SPSS: load data in SPSS, go to analyze, click dimension reduction, click factor. Select Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4 as variables. Run the analysis and interpret component loadings. Okay, sir. Okay, ma'am, Geeta ma'am. Factor analysis clusters questions, confirming if they represent the same underlying factors like satisfaction or loyalty. Third, criterion validity, that is correlating with standards. So criterion validity tests how well a questionnaire aligns with established standards. For instance, a brand loyalty survey with high criterion validity will correlate well with actual consumer purchase patterns. Two main types are predictive and concurrent validity. Predictive validity measures how well questionnaire outcomes predict future behavior, such as a satisfaction survey forecasting repeat purchases. Concurrent validity checks for correlation with established tools, confirming accuracy by comparing results. High criterion validity indicates the questionnaire is both practical and relevant in the real world applications. A study on customer satisfaction demonstrated predictive validity by correlating questionnaire scores with actual repeat purchases over 6 months, confirming the survey's effectiveness in predicting customer loyalty. How does predictive validity enhance questionnaire utility? How does predictive validity enhance questionnaire utility? It shows if responses can forecast future behavior. Right? Why is concurrent validity useful in new survey design? Why is concurrent validity useful in new survey design? It validates the survey against established measures. Now, predictive validity measures past behaviors or future behaviors. We talk about recommendations, conclusions, discussions, suggestions. That is why we are discussing predictive validity here. Right. Future behaviors. Right. Concurrent validity involves comparing two established tools or testing item reliability. Concurrent. What it is? A or B? Right. It is A, comparing to established tools. Right. Now, design a question that could predict future behavior, such as repeat purchases. Very, very important for shopping malls. They need to manage an inventory. They need to manage, other activities, the manpower planning, then shelf display, so many and so forth. Right? So define the predictive behavior. Start by identifying the behavior you wish to predict. In this example, the focus is on repeat purchase intent, which is critical for evaluating customer loyalty and forecasting future sales. Formulate the question. Construct a clear, forward-looking question. The question should encourage respondents to think about their likelihood of engaging in the behavior in specified time frame. Example question: how likely are you to purchase from this brand again in the next 6 months? Choose an appropriate answer scale. Provide a scale that allows respondents to indicate their likelihood accurately. A 5-point Likert scale works well here, ranging from very unlikely to very likely. Consider additional predictive elements. For a more detailed analysis, you could add follow-up questions such as, what factors might influence your decision to repurchase? How many times have you purchased from this brand in the past year? Now, final question and scale. How likely are you to purchase from this brand again in next 6 months, ranging from very unlikely to very likely? So the predictive question and scale offer insights into a respondent's purchase intentions, providing data that can be useful to forecast future brand loyalty trends. By analyzing responses, researchers can identify customer segments more inclined to repurchase, offering actionable insights for marketing strategies. Then, sensitivity in questionnaire. Pilot testing and refining the questions, and ethical considerations. This we will take up in the next session. Please have queries. Anyone? Any query? I hope you are able to understand the concept. We have discussed reliability and validity today.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
We understand this concept very clearly. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So we will continue with sensitivity tomorrow. Right? So should we wind up for the day? If you have any queries, you can ask. So I request all of you to please go through various activities, try to perform these activities and have queries tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Have a great day. Bye. Bye. Good night. Good night. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Good night, everyone.